Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about CodeSandbox. So if you're digging through the documentation and you come across something that looks like this is a CodeSandbox embed. And I just want to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about what CodeSandbox is and why we're using it here at Tech Elevator. So this is a great way for us to embed a whole project right here in the documentation for you. What you're looking at right now is the view side of this front-end application that we built. And so what happens is you can actually take this URL, open it up in a new window, and this is the application running. So it's hosted somewhere else. We kind of just put the application together, put it up on CodeSandbox, and there's a unique URL for you to visit now. So you can go through and check out the application that was built. So what it also gives us the ability to do is there's three little tabs up here. You can go into a split view or just a code view. And this allows you to go ahead and jump in and see all of the source code that was created for this particular project. So this way, when we want to kind of show you a feature or something to do, in this case, in a view application, you don't need to go off and create a whole application and follow a bunch of steps just to see how one little thing works. So this is really nice. If you want to learn more about CodeSandbox, you can go to codesandbox.com. And if you go check it out here, you can see that you can create a new CodeSandbox account for free. All you need is a GitHub account, and you can sign up with that. And what it allows you to do, what it says here, it's an online editor that helps you create web applications from prototype to development. So most of us have a development environment set up, but what happens if you wanted to do some Vue development or some Angular development or React development on a different computer? Most of the time you'd have to go through setting up everything that you need to set up to work in that environment. If you just wanted to try a tool out like Gatsby that you're not set up to do development for, this is a great way to try something out. It's also a great way to share projects and code with others so that they don't have to then, download some, clone your repo on GitHub or Bitbucket and make sure that they have everything they need to run your project. So it's a great way for us to share code. So I'd encourage you to go through, check out the CodeSandbox website, sign up for an account, and anytime you see one of these embeds in here, you can always control what any of this looks like. So we can kind of hide this back and go back to a split view or a full URL view, or you can go to, when you're in a split view, there's not a ton of room to be able to do everything that you need to do. So one of the nice things here is you can actually open it up in an editor. And what this will do, as long as you have an account, it'll open up in this full editor here. So now you have this really nice editor and view of your application. Anytime you were to go ahead and change something, it would be reflected right here. And yes, this is Visual Studio Code running in the browser. So you can use your favorite themes, your settings, everything kind of transfers over to CodeSandbox. So that's about it. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to CodeSandbox, why we're using it. Again, just an easy way for us to share projects with you without having to spin up a whole project just to kind of highlight one feature or functionality. So that's a little bit more about CodeSandbox. If you have any questions, please let us know and we'll be happy to answer them.